old government.
Now, this
So
is
you're
the
taking
thing.
the good concepts
This is the
from the
thing.
old government
This is the thing.
into what you have so-called now the new government.
This is what I don't want you to get. What I'm saying confused with, because what you're saying is possible, and what you're saying has been done. That has been done already, right? What I'm talking about when I say that there are aspects of this political structure that work, right? The only aspects of this political structure that work are the aspects that allow me to create a new product. They allow me to create a new ideology altogether. There are political systems that would never allow for such, independent thought in the first place. So homage must be paid.
That is the basis.
Freedom,
That is the basis.
freedom of thought, freedom of
That is the
information,
basis. That is the
freedom of.
definition of man. That's evolution. That is evolution.
Now,
Learning
all I'm
from
saying,
the old
now
to
all
make
I'm
it
saying
new.
is you
That is
just
just
you just finished
Darwinism.
explaining that when you form a new government, you have to base your new government off of what worked in the old government.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily so. That's what I'm trying
That
to
is
explain
that
to
no.
you.
That is.
What I'm trying to explain to you is that
If you don't do that, that will be considered ignorance.
first of all, starting off, right? You have a system of controlling people.
Wait, if you start a new government,
Just starting off, it's, when you find yourself at the top of a society, that's when that's when politics, begins. Once you have power over a society,
okay.
right? So now let's say you have power over the society. The easiest way to do things is to run the society through your family. Your family's a royal family now. You're the king. You see what I
It's
mean?
a monarchy.
Right. That's
We've evolved
simple.
past that.
I don't believe in evolution. My whole point is that what we can do.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a good question right now. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna prove to you that there is such thing as evolution in government. What do you believe in government is? Give me
Government is
your
a system of control.
But what for your ideal picture of what the government should be? Lay out. And I would depict
Honestly,
each government that you're taking the idea from.
You don't have to just pick a nation that has evolved from different governments.
Every idea of government that you have come up with has already been tried, tested, and finished. What you're coming up with is going to be a selection of each pieces of different forms of government into one to fit the time that we're in now, which is perfectly
I believe
fine.
If you
That
really
is
want to
what you're
know,
supposed to do.
if you really want to know, I believe in a nature-based theocracy. Yeah,
Theocracy.
yeah. Now we're gonna turn it up. Now we turn it up. I believe in a nature-based theocracy.
God. Nice.
Yeah. What does that mean? No, not even God. Nature. You didn't hear what I said? Nature-based. Yeah. Nature-based theocracy. Nature is God. A government.
Explain why you believe that. I would argue. Explain why you believe that. Explain why you believe that.
Well, honestly, the reason why I would support a nature-based theocracy is because all indigenous peoples, all indigenous nations all over the world, before the introduction of the European and European ideas and European ideologies and European systems of government, all indigenous cultures were, if we had to give them a definition in modern English terms, nature-based theocracies.
Yeah, you're right. True. I got time for that. That's true. I never realized.
So I mean, you want to argue? Let's argue, bro.
But they all collapsed and died under the European rule.
That's not important to me. Simply
that
because
is important. Just the simple aspect, meaning the European way of living was more dominant towards
No.
the
I don't really think about that. That was a good
The reason why it's not important to me is because the only way I can think of that in modern terms is a race war. And when I think of a race war, I don't even get nervous. So that doesn't even.
Wait. How do you relate that to a race war?
Because if you're talking about what happened, if I'm talking about reviving, right, our natural state, if that's what I'm talking about, reviving our natural state, and your argument against reviving our natural state is the fact that Europeans' natural state was more dominant and it killed everyone who was living in the natural state that I want to recreate. I don't believe Europeans are dominant right now. To the point where they could do that again. Like, I'd love to see them try that shit on me, type shit. Like, that's how I have to really.
See, you say you believe in my religion. If I ever a government, I would kill religion.
It's not about.
I believe religion is the weakness of man.
The word religion never came out
belief-
of my mouth.
Belief in a higher
The word
entity, belief
theocracy
in
is
word
religion of some
theocracy.
sort.
No, it's not.
Worship
A theocracy.
anything
Stop.
beyond
A theocracy.
myself
Stop.
belief
A
in
theocracy
something.
it's a system of government
based on beliefs.
based on
beliefs or
based
religions.
on quote unquote religious beliefs.
No, it's what it is.
Right? Based on quote unquote religious beliefs.
Yeah.
Now, when I say a nature-based theocracy, first of all, you have to even get back to nature-based religion in the first place, because right now Christianity, Judaism, and Islam are all based on books.
Religion
They're based
is
on
the killer
books.
of
They're based
man.
on prophetic books.
Okay.
Religion is the killer of
That's
man.
that's irrelevant.
So okay,
That's
hold on.
irrelevant.
What is your
Why
definition
would I go
of
back
nature
to
theocracy?
something that has already been killed off? If I'm going to make a new government, I'm going to make it something better than was before in history. I'm going to make something new. Like what you said, right? You want to make something new? Why would you go back to...
So y'all both contradict yourselves. Y'all
to
both
that.
contradiction.
No,
You
no.
contradict your whole statement.
No, wait,
basically
wait.
what he
I'm
just-
explaining, I'm
off
explaining.
religion, off,
I would take
government.
aspects from it. I would take the government as a whole, but I would not believe in some nature, some thing, some being that I cannot see, touch, smell, hear. I would put what I've learned from the age, which is math and science, into my
First of
government. I would not
First of all, to
touch
understand.
nature.
First of all, to
I would not
understand.
touch any belief in something I cannot see. I would not worship
To
anything.
understand that nature is sacred is nothing other than being a conscious human being. All right? It doesn't really take religious devotion to understand that nature is sacred. All right? What you see around you could not be created without nature.
Religion is the biggest
That's just
weakness man
that's
has
simple
ever
and
made for
plain.
himself.
Like I don't have to write
Perfect.
I don't have to write an entire Bible and shit like that, or go and talk and preach to
wouldn't-
millions of people to get them to convert to a religion that respects nature. It's just a simple fact. If you have consciousness and awareness of the world, then you know that nature is the most sacred thing that we have.
Why do you know that? Why do you know that? Why do you know that nature is the most sacred thing in the world?
Because nature keeps you alive.
Your heart keeps you alive. Blood pumps to your
I don't
vessels,
know that
keeps
my
you
heart
alive.
is even there. I don't know that my heart even exists.
Cut it open.
I don't know that my
I can
heart
cut it open
exists.
and show
I
it
don't know that my heart exists.
Now,
Cut it open and show it to you.
It started off me and him arguing against him.
Now it's
and
y'all
now
too.
I'm about to argue against him, kind of like a statement just now.
I could cut your chest open and show it to you. You have a heart. It pumps blood.
Guess what though? If you
You
cut
have
my
atoms.
chest open,
You
if
have
you cut my chest
chromosomes.
open, if
You
you
have
cut
all
my
of
chest
that.
open and take my heart out, I'll never see it.
I can keep you alive and show it to you. I can give you anesthesia, keep your head open. Come on. There's science behind this. This
First
is
of all,
possible.
you say science, I say magic. So I mean, like, you could argue with
That's
me.
nature, and I say religion. Like, come on. It's
Yeah,
it's
you
it's
can
it's
argue
an
with me,
endless
but you
circle.
can't argue
You're about
with
to
me.
go into what I actually feel.
You can
passionate.
argue
I
with
really
me,
do
but you
hate
can't
religion.
argue.
I
That's the
really do hate
weakness
religion.
of man.
Religion is a weakness of man. Every war we have started is over religion. Is because of land.
No.
The only
That's
war that
weak.
has
No.
never been
You
over religion
white
is a
people
chosen
started
war.
those wars. Those were
Wrong,
not
and
the
we
wars.
argue that religion could keep man alive.
That's
by
my
giving
whole
faith in
problem with
something
the thinking. I
Faith,
don't
you
like
don't
the
need faith in
thinking
something
like
else. You need faith in yourself.
It's just
Why do you
You-
need faith in something else? Why can't you believe that you have what you have and you can become
why
better
do
as
you
a person?
identify yourself with the people who oppress you? Answer
What's
that.
Whoa.
what's wrong believing something
Yeah.
else?
I believe in myself as a person. I do not
Hold
believe
on,
in
what is
No,
wrong?
because you just
Hold
said
on,
that
hold on,
all
hold
of
on,
the
hold on.
wars that we've ever started have been over religion.
Which is
What
wrong.
war have you started, bruh? Like, you just
That
started
is
a war.
wrong.
We're not a people of war. Like, what are you even talking about?
That statement was completely wrong. I'm saying, and what is wrong
Come
with
on.
believing in something else besides yourself?
I need to write something.
Why do you need to believe in something else besides yourself?
That's enough talk.
As a sensitive,
When you were born, who was with you?
your parents.
So they believe in your parents.
Okay,
Who gave you-
you know what
who
that's
gave you
called?
nurturing?
Do you know
Who
what
gave
that's
you
called?
You
You
said
know,
believe
you know what
yourself.
praising
Now,
is.
if my
You know what
parents instilled
praising
a
your
principle
spiritual
of-
ancestors is called. The belief that your ancestors pass on into a spiritual world and it can affect you
It's
in
called Santeria.
physical reality.
That's what it's called. It's
And
called
okay,
Santeria.
Santeria
is
comes from
a
Africa.
religion.
That's number one. So
It's
now we
not
get
a
back
religion.
to
Santeria is not
And
a
according
religion.
to
Yes,
my
it is.
bro,
No,
Yes,
it's
it
not.
is.
Of course it
Yeah,
is.
it
My dad
is.
It's
Yes, it is.
spiritual. It's not a
Yes, it is.
religion.
Of course
See,
it is.
religion.
that's the difference. That's the difference. It is a
It's
religion.
a religion.
It's
It is a religion.
spiritual.
It's a religion
My dad
because
Talk
it's
to
a
Murdo
set.
about it right now.
Hold on.
I don't
It's a
think.
set
Yeah,
of
where is
beliefs.
Murdo? I don't think
It's a
it's a
set
religion.
of beliefs. It's a set of beliefs that are linked to the spiritual world. Any set of
It has
beliefs,
different names in different cultures. My
any
culture's
system
called
of living
Colombia.
that's linked to the spiritual world is a religion.
I don't think it's a religion. I think
Any
it's
what?
I'm
spiritual.
telling you,
Any set of beliefs that's linked to the spiritual world
that's
is a
wasted
religion.
mental thought.
There
To the
is
But
spiritual
there is
world.
Well,
there
that
is
doesn't start my
pasta.
own religion.
Listen, there's something
You
called
could.
Pastafarianism. All right,
A definite-
pasta,
a religion is a religion.
Pastafarianism,
Define what-
Pastafarianism.
It's what it says, pasta.
F S M, the flying spaghetti monster. That's the name.
There's
Of,
Sonicism.
that's the name of their deity. See, this
Sonicism.
is what I'm saying. That's a religion. So for you to say that Santeria is not a
It's
religion,
not a
So
religion.
So basically, people who
How
feel
is
that
it not
they
a
want to create their own religion
religion?
to argue a religion
Bro.
that's already intact.
Why would this help you in any sense of the way? Why does believing
It
in
helps
something
you-
besides yourself help you?
well, it obviously helps you
Because at
because
certain
one,
point in time,
You
some
have to-
people
Well,
need
some
something
doesn't
extra
believe in
believe.
God.
to,
Why?
no.
She-
Hold on.
Because
No, you
I
can't
could
just
argue that.
don't just argue. Don't just argue.
No.
Don't just argue. Answer his question. Don't just argue.
Okay,
Answer his
next
question.
At a certain point in
Answer his
time, I
question.
may feel that okay, well,
See,
science
it's
is
his
not working
belief
for
of
me.
worship of a God
Man
or
is-
the,
science
or the
not working for me.
superhuman
Man is
agency.
not working for me.
Santeros
The
believe
belief in God might give me the comfort I need to
Are you
just
gonna tell
get through
me?
this
No,
next
I'm not
moment.
telling you. I'm just saying.
That's all
I
religion
don't
is.
consider
It's
it a
the
religion.
option
They
of
believe
belief.
in
you have
God
to
gave
lie
you
to
grace
yourself.
and certain
How
believe
can
in
you
God.
next
How you lie to
moment?
yourself?
This is
No,
believing
they
in
this is
believe
why I
in
said
God,
answer his
and they
question.
believe that they
God.
have
Ask your
different
question
bodies.
again,
Hold on.
please.
You're right.
Hold
Hold
on.
on. He said
God,
No, no,
so
no,
he
no.
knows-
see
he
here.
knows that there's
All
one
you
What
God.
did was
inside-
argue.
But
Ask
I
your
give my-
question
I give my
again.
answer.
Just slow down.
Santero.
Ask your question again.
They believe in God.
Why would you believe?
Right.
What are we
Why would
looking
you
I
at
don't
believe
religion
in
know
for?
what
something
Santeria. He
Why
was
would you
like,
believe in
but
something
my
besides
dad,
yourself,
like, he
right?
goes in,
Okay.
like,
Now, to answer
in
that
on
question,
Santeria.
you have to examine the effects that religion has had on societies historically.
Give me one positive effect.
That religion had on society.
How about morality?
How about the Crusades?
What about them?
The Holocaust.
About ethnic
What
cleansing.
about them? What about them?
Ethnic
Slavery. Period.
What about them? What about it?
All those are positive
Cleansing
things?
did not
What
have
about it?
anything to do
Or
with
the
religion.
Are they? You tell me. Did religion do that or did men do that? Let's get it straight. Like,
Because
really?
of
What's up?
religion.
What's
Did that.
up? Like, really?
Religion did that.
What ethnic
Let's be
cleansing had
specific
religion?
with the things that we say here.
Religion, because of the institution of religion,
Did
man
religion do that
killed
or
man.
did men do that? Who did that? Men did that.
The
Men did
Because
that.
of religion.
No,
thought,
that's
the
wrong.
spark
That's
was
wrong.
given
That's
to
completely
one man
wrong.
because
Why did
he
Hitler
says
hate the
there is a
Jews?
God,
Why did Hitler hate
and I
Jews?
spread the thought to you, and we call it religion. So I'm gonna go kill him because he doesn't believe what we call religion is the same. The idea of religion is what
And that's-
kills men.
And that's men.
But the
Men
idea that religion is
Religion
there,
is
and you have
nothing
to
but-
just
Religion
believe
is
Religion
the
is
idea
nothing but
that
a set of
made us
ideas.
justify
Understand
Religion
scriptures, some shit.
Listen,
kills us.
just
Am I still
understand that
recording? Oh.
after the men who orchestrated the Crusades, right? Who orchestrated the Inquisition, who orchestrated slavery. After those men were gone, religion was still there, and religion was still doing
Yeah,
good
ideas are
things
still
for
But
there.
people.
where did they
Christians
bases
still
come
hate
from?
Before
Jews.
and after,
Jews still
religion
hate
was there
Muslims.
doing good things for people. So what is your point?
Good things like what?
What do you mean good things like what?
Answer
What
his
are the
question.
good things that come from religion? You can name the bad things that have happened in the
Exactly.
name of
I
religion.
can't name
You
the
can
good
name
things
bad
from
things
religion.
that you know why?
Structure, morality,
Do you know why?
ethics,
Do you know why you can't
discipline,
name the
But
good
these
things
are all
that happen?
aren't these all common instincts? I'm just saying.
common instincts in what sense? Common instincts or common sense not even that common. Religion has given you the ability to
What about people?
Christianity.
What about people who?
Religion has
What
helped
about people who do
Christians to
things that
act
aren't
in
that
a
don't
moral
believe in God?
standard,
So
to
what do
act
you?
in a
So
godly-like
people who
image.
don't believe in
Why
God
do
don't
you
have
need a moral
morals.
standard? And what is a godly-like image? And if you don't know
To
God,
be-
why
to-
do you know what His image is like?
Because as depicted by the scripture, like he said, all
Which
religion,
was
all religion
said by
now
man.
is based off.
Did he go meet God and say, "Oh, okay, so I
Depending-
shouldn't have sex because you're not having sex.
Okay, so
I
depending,
shouldn't kill anybody because you're not killing anybody
depending
else."
on which religion you go to, for example, Christianity, a Christian might say that actually happened
You,
because it happened in the past.
people need to call for religion what it is. Religion is a governing of man as a whole.
It's
religion
the
is
government
I call it
of
religion.
man as a
Religion,
whole.
religion is a final form of government
First of all,
where they this ascend all aspects of power changing.
religion as we know it,
The idea,
monotheism, monotheism more specifically.
Okay, you wanna go that far?
Yeah, more specifically than religion, because religion is not necessarily
Okay, monotheistic. Okay.
monotheistic religions
Alright, one
are
God.
are
right.
used to control man.
Yeah.
Any religion that does not
I
subscribe
think
to
all
a
religion is used to
monotheism,
control man.
In
All
what
religion is
sense?
used in a sense
How do you
to
argue
tell
that?
you what
Because they oppress you.
they
They
tell
tell you
you,
what
they
you
give
could and
you
can't do.
commandments. They tell you what you cannot do. They say you have to
They give
sacrifice
you
people. They
commandments.
tell you
Relate
This
that
is
to
all-
religion.
This
Relate
is
that
all-
to religion. I'm arguing.
this is all
Because
the
I know you're gonna
Ten
say
Commandments.
Christianity.
this is all in terms of
It's
monotheistic
not just
religions.
Christianity.
You realize that,
Muslims
right?
too.
Are not given to the new revelation of Christianity. It was given to the Israelites. So it's not really related
do
to
you
us.
it's in the Old Testament, right?
Yeah. So not really. It's okay. There's
Do you follow the Ten Commandments?
Yeah.
So
to an extent.
Why are you Christian? Let's get to the heart of the issue here, because you guys
For
are
me,
still
per se,
discussing monotheism.
For me per se,
and I don't even see why.
for me,
Because
I used to
personally,
be
You
Catholic.
polytheistic?
personally,
Are you?
Polytheistic?
personally, I
Even-
do not believe nothing at all in this world that comes from Europe goes into my head. If it goes into my head by chance because I was sitting in the class.
Why are you so
Well,
anti-Europe?
why am I so anti-Europe? Because Europe is
Besides
anti-me.
the fact,
Europe
besides
is
the fact that they're
anti-me.
white, besides the fact
It's
that
not
they're
about-
white and they're not you,
I could care
what
less.
do you, what
I
do you,
could care
what is
less
your issue
what
with
color
Europe?
people in Europe
So
are.
what is your issue?
I could care less.
So what is your issue?
My issue is what is going on in the world. Like, what is the
But I'm not
nature
talking
of
about
the
the world. I'm talking about Europe, the
Have you
country
heard
that
about
you're so
Confucianism?
anti. What do you?
Yeah,
what about
continent.
Europe is that pisses you
Yeah.
off?
That is the only
Continent.
thing I would
It's a
go to.
continent. What about Europe pisses me
Yeah.
off?
What about Europe?
The
Not
fact-
the world.
The
It's-
fact
it's
that
logically
European
sound.
people run
It
the
doesn't
world,
require anything
and they run the
that's
world
extra to
in
us
such a
anything
way
that ascends
that
in mentality. It gives life
they
for what it is.
remain
You get
the
respect, you
dominant
get respect.
force.
What you do
There's
can
more
be
like,
recognized.
they literally-
there's the belief
they
in the spiritual
determine-
beings in Confucianism.
they-
There's the belief
I'm sorry.
in-
Let me just give you some
in-
very simple answers
What's
here.
that religion?
They
Buddhism?
created the
that
definitional
everything-
systems
Every creature has a spiritual
in
side to
every
it.
aspect
Oh, you mean
of
everything
life.
has a soul?
Yeah.
that
It is
people in the
Buddhism.
modern world
Confucianism.
Oh,
live.
there's more to just than just Confucianism.
They've,
No, I'm
they've
saying-
created everything that we
No,
determine
no,
to
I'm
be
saying
reality.
Confucianism
Like
as-
they've
is that
they've
Confucius-
shaped reality
What
basically.
Confucius
They've
said
shaped reality
Confucianism. Why not
as it
when his
currently
followers
exists.
changed it to be the
Therefore-
original form of Confucianism? I like that.
I'm against that simply
respect
because
your
I wasn't
age.
part
There
of
we
that
go.
process.
There we go. Religion adapts to the times. The commandments doesn't apply to every situation now. Because it
I'm
will say
saying I
thou
like
shalt
Confucianism for
thou
what
shalt
it
not
was
kill, right?
originally.
But then how do you pose? Okay, I'm at war. I'm defending my country. Should I not kill?
Who determined
Or
what I'm really
I
getting
have
at is
someone
like,
paying a gun to
who
my face. Do I
determined we
not
should
kill
go
that
to
person?
school?
Religion
You know?
adapts to
Who
the
even
times.
who even created
But then-
education as we know it? You see what I mean?
That's-
Why
that's-
have it?
That's
It's like
the
shit
point.
like that.
Why have it?
Nothing
You
in
Like,
believe
why-
we shouldn't go to
stands
school?
still.
It's not that.
Change will
That's not
always
what I'm
happen
saying.
To fit the times.
What I'm saying is, okay,
But
you
if
have
that is
your
life.
life.
you have something like Santeria, right?
Religion is supposed to
Now
be
there's
something
different shit that you can do with
Yes,
Santeria
but
to
not
manipulate the
why are you
physical
gonna
world,
change the commandments?
Because
Why are you
spiritual
gonna
world.
change
Because
the
not-
cure?
Now that
not
something
the
like
core,
that is
because
considered
nothing-
taboo,
principles of
nothing
what
but
you
everything
teach
right?
other people.
Something like
Why
that
are
is
you gonna
considered
change that?
because
evil,
things that
devil
happen in the
worship,
past not
right?
always apply to
Who
apply to the
decided
present.
that?
For example,
Who
So
decided
it's
that?
like,
Who
so
decided that?
Christians.
That's
I
what I'm
can
saying.
use religion to justify rape
What
justify
Christian?
rape.
Who specifically? What Christian?
because I can change it to say that
See,
God
that's
made me
that's
wanna
the
have
point.
sex with you. God gave
Like
me the
you can
instinct.
say
That is-
religion,
that
you
is
can
a-
say
Wait,
Christianity
Wait, pause.
did this,
Pause. What did you
Islam
just
did
say?
So I
this,
could
That
use
is a-
Judaism
religion
did this.
to justify
That
This
is
rape.
thing that
ignorant
just
statement.
all these
You said you
could use
systems, all
religion
these
to justify
ideologies
rape?
come from
Yeah, exactly.
one
You
place
You
and
can't.
one
You can use it
people.
to do anything. I'm telling you, that's why I hate religion. Because anything you want to do, you can say God told me to do it.
They
You
come
know
from
what
one
I mean?
place and one people.
That's why I hate it. That's why I hate
At the
religion.
end of the day,
Because there's nothing stays the same in religion. You can change it.
That
whatever
is an
you say.
ignorant
You say
statement.
God.
People tend to
said
find
you
the
would
easiest
do
way
this.
out by blaming religion.
That's why I hate religion.
People would just say,
That's
okay,
why
oh,
I hate
God made
religion.
me do this. Oh, I was
That's what he's saying.
exactly.
Why
That
do
is
you?
a-
Why
that is
why
an
do you
ignorant
have to
statement.
resort to religion
Why
to?
That is
is
an
there
ignorant
religion?
statement.
Like religion is.
Because I told
Look,
him that
once
religion
again-
changed
That's what
Once
he's saying.
again,
I
You're
told-
agreeing
just
with him.
I'm
make
not.
sure
I
you
told- that's an
specify.
ignorant statement.
Just make sure you specify monotheistic religion.
Even in a
We're
polytheistic
actually
religion,
just talking about that.
most of
about
those
Christianity now.
polytheistic religions require sacrifice. Fuck, am I killing you for?
Not human.
Most of the religions
Not
have already
human
been
sacrifice.
abolished.
First of all, sacrifice.
What am
I thought you
killing?
know
First
of
of
human
all-
sacrifice
First of all, no.
Most of them have been
Sacrifice.
abolished.
Why
He's
do I
right.
have to burn
He's right.
something?
Most
in
polytheistic.
America.
You're right. Most
No, I mean, in
polytheistic
general, like, most
religions
countries
require
have
sacrifice. Now,
and
it
his
depends
defense,
on
it's
what,
been in
it
European
depends
countries.
on what
In his
kind of
defense.
polytheism you're talking about specific, because that's so wide. Just like monotheism is wide. That's what you don't understand. You think it's wide to the point where when you discuss religion, you're only talking
Dude,
about
you go-
monotheistic ideas.
Yeah.
Come
You see what I'm
on,
saying?
go to 6.
All right. If you want to, so then choose a polytheistic religion that you would want to have. And I can tell
Animism.
you what.
Animism.
There we. That's what I'm looking for. To believe that
Animism?
that creatures have spirits, and so that's what I'm looking
You're
for.
gonna be a vegetarian your whole life.
Why not?
So doesn't the plant have a soul?
Isn't what?
Doesn't the plant have a soul? Does the
First
plant
of
live?
all-
Does the plant grow? Does the
First
plant
of
have a
all,
soul?
First of all,
Mm.
the plant has a purpose. Just
The
like I
plant
have
has
a
a
purpose.
purpose?
I have a purpose. We're all interconnected. Nature
And
has a
this
purpose.
is why
So
I
what is
say-
your
This is why I
purpose?
say
My
as,
purpose
as
is to eat
time
the
goes
food.
on,
Right.
religion adapts to people. It it adapts to the